Did you know that 50% of first dates fail due to bad first impressions? That's right. Half of all first dates don't make it past the initial meetup. Now let that sink in for a moment. This isn't about scaring you, but rather, it's about sparking a realization. The power of first impressions is not something to be taken lightly, especially when it comes to the dating scene. Think about it. In the blink of an eye, we humans can make snap judgments, form opinions, and decide whether we like someone or not. And often, these initial impressions are hard, if not impossible, to shake off. So the stakes are high. The first few minutes of your date might very well determine whether there's a second one or not. So how can you make a good first impression and increase your chances of success? Let's dive into it. Imagine you're on your first date, and in your excitement, you begin to overshare. Let's paint a picture. Picture this. There's this guy. Let's call him Jake. Jake is a charismatic, friendly guy who's had his fair share of dates. One day, he meets someone who truly catches his eye. They arrange a date, and Jake is more than just a little thrilled. As the evening unfolds, Jake, in his enthusiasm to impress, starts to spill. He talks about his past relationships, his family drama, his pet's dental issues, and even his third-grade teacher's odd fascination with beetles. He's sharing, and then he's oversharing. His date, who we'll call Sarah, starts to feel a bit overwhelmed. You see, while it's great to be open and honest, oversharing, especially on a first date, can make the other person feel uncomfortable. It's like opening a book to the middle, skipping the build-up, and diving right into the climax. It's too much, too soon. Here's a simple rule of thumb. If you wouldn't tell a story to a stranger in a supermarket queue, it's probably not first date material. It's essential to keep some things to yourself, at least at the beginning. You might be thinking, but shouldn't I be authentic and share who I am? Absolutely. Being authentic doesn't mean laying all your cards on the table at once. It's about revealing yourself gradually, letting the other person discover you bit by bit. It's a dance, a give and take. It's about balance. In a conversation, it's not just about talking, it's also about listening, showing interest in the other person's life and experiences. Think about it. The allure lies in the mystery, in the unknown. It's the thrill of slowly peeling back the layers, of discovering someone over time. That's what makes the process of getting to know someone so magical. So next time you're on a date, remember Jake. Remember the importance of balancing conversation and the art of not oversharing. Remember, mystery is attractive. Don't spill all your beans at once. Picture this. You're so keen to impress your date that you agree with everything she says. Now, at first glance, you might think, hey, isn't that a good thing? It shows I'm compatible with her. But hold on. Let's take a closer look at this. Let's imagine a situation. Your date shares her love for pineapple on pizza. You, on the other hand, detest the very thought of it. But in an attempt to impress, you nod along and say, yeah, pineapple on pizza is the best. Now, not only have you just committed yourself to a lifetime of fruit-infused pizza, but you've also missed an opportunity to share a part of your personality, your likes and dislikes. Being too agreeable can be a dangerous game. It might seem like a safe strategy, but in the long run, it can lead to resentment and a lack of genuine connection. It's essential to remember that a relationship is about two unique individuals coming together, not one person morphing into a mirror image of the other. Does this mean you should disagree for the sake of disagreement? Absolutely not. The key is to voice your opinions respectfully and constructively. If your date says she loves horror movies and you're more of a rom-com person, you can say something like, that's interesting. I usually go for romantic comedies, but I'm open to watching a horror flick with you. This approach shows that you're not just a yes man. You're someone with unique tastes and perspectives, willing to step out of your comfort zone for shared experiences. It shows you're genuine, and believe me, genuineness is far more attractive than blind agreement. So the next time you find yourself nodding along to everything your date says, pause and ask yourself, am I being genuine, or am I just trying to impress? Remember, it's okay to have different opinions. It's through these differences that we truly get to know each other. Being yourself is key. Don't be a yes man. Think about a date where the person sitting across from you has bad breath or body odor. Not the most pleasant thought, is it? Picture this. You've asked someone out, you're excited, you've picked the perfect spot, you put on your best outfit, and then you realize you forgot one crucial detail. You forgot to brush your teeth, or perhaps you skipped the deodorant. Suddenly, all the effort you've put into planning this perfect date seems to crumble. It's like serving a gourmet meal on a dirty plate. No matter how delicious the meal is, the dirty plate spoils it. That's exactly what poor personal hygiene does. It overshadows your qualities and efforts, and could potentially ruin the impression you're trying to make. Now, this isn't just about dates. Personal hygiene is a reflection of self-respect. Taking care of yourself is not just for the sake of others, it's primarily for your own well-being. It's about feeling good in your own skin, being comfortable and confident. When you take care of yourself, you're telling the world that you value yourself. Here's the thing. Personal hygiene isn't just about smelling good. It's about overall cleanliness. It's about taking care of your skin, your hair, your nails, your teeth, and your overall health. It's about being the best version of yourself. And let's not forget, personal hygiene is also about health. Poor hygiene can lead to health issues, some of which can be serious. So it's not just about aesthetics or making a good impression on a date. Imagine the difference it would make if you show up to a date, not just looking good, but also smelling good, feeling fresh and exuding a healthy glow. Now, that's a date that's likely to go well, don't you think? Personal hygiene matters. Don't neglect it. Imagine talking passionately about something only to realize your date hasn't been paying attention. Picture this. It's a beautiful evening, and two people are out on a date. One of them, let's call him Jake, is a bit of a chatterbox. He's been going on and on about his favorite sports team's recent victory, his new workout routine, his promotion at work. He's so engrossed in his own world that he barely realizes his date, Sarah, hasn't said a word in a while. Now Sarah is a patient woman. She's been listening attentively, nodding at the right moments, and even interjecting with a few encouraging comments. But as the night wears on, she can't help but feel a little ignored. She's got stories to share, opinions to voice, but Jake just doesn't seem to notice. Jake, in his enthusiasm, has fallen into a common pitfall: not listening. You see, active listening isn't just about staying quiet while the other person talks. It's about engaging with them, showing genuine interest in what they're saying. It's about asking follow-up questions, offering relevant comments, and sometimes simply acknowledging that you're paying attention. If Jake had been actively listening, he would have noticed when Sarah's eyes lit up as she mentioned her passion for photography. He could have asked her about her favorite subjects to shoot, her most memorable photo shoot, or even just shared his own experiences with the hobby. But he didn't, and by the end of the date, Sarah felt unheard, unappreciated, and frankly, a little bored. Remember, conversation is a two-way street. It's not just about expressing yourself, but also about understanding and appreciating the person you're with. Active listening shows that you value the other person's thoughts and feelings. It shows respect, interest, and a willingness to connect on a deeper level. Listening is a form of respect. Show that you value her, listen to her. Consider a scenario where a guy comes off as too confident, almost arrogant, on the date. Picture this. James, a young man with striking features and a charming smile, asks Emily, a lovely lady who he's been interested in, out on a date. Emily, intrigued by James's charisma, agrees. The date begins. James, brimming with confidence, starts talking about his achievements, his great job, his luxurious car, his gym routine, and his travels around the world. His words flow like a river, without a pause, without a break. He doesn't seem to notice Emily's eyes glazing over as he continues his monologue. There's no question about James's accomplishments. He's done well for himself, and there's nothing wrong with being proud of that. However, his overconfidence, bordering on arrogance, doesn't leave any room for Emily to share her own experiences or to feel valued. She feels like an audience member at a one-man show instead of a participant in a two-way conversation. James's overconfidence paints a picture of a man who is too self-involved, a man who may not be interested in Emily's thoughts, feelings, or experiences. It gives the impression that he's more in love with himself than he could ever be with anyone else. Remember, being confident is about knowing your worth, not proving it to others. It's about being comfortable with who you are, not bragging about your achievements. It's about listening and understanding, not dominating the conversation. It's about making the other person feel seen, heard, and appreciated. Overconfidence can ruin potential relationships. It can make the other person feel insignificant, unheard, and overshadowed. So while it's important to be confident, it's equally important to be humble, genuine, and attentive to the other person's needs and desires. Don't let your confidence turn into arrogance. Be proud of your achievements, but also be interested in the achievements of others. Listen more than you speak. Be kind, be humble, be genuine. Remember, a good conversation is a two-way street, not a one-way monologue. Confidence is attractive, arrogance is not. Know the difference. So we've covered the 5 things you should never do around a girl that you like. Let's quickly run through them one more time, just to make sure they're imprinted in your memory. Firstly, we discussed the mistake of oversharing. It's crucial to keep some things to yourself, especially at the beginning of a potential relationship. While honesty is always the best policy, there's a fine line between being open and spilling out your entire life story. Maintaining a sense of mystery can make you appear more intriguing and desirable. Next, we talked about the danger of being too agreeable. Yes, it's important to find common interests and shared values, but it's also essential to have your own opinions. Being overly agreeable can make you appear insincere, and that's certainly not attractive. Remember, it's okay to disagree sometimes, as long as it's done respectfully. Then, we delved into the peril of neglecting personal hygiene. This one's a no-brainer. Looking and smelling fresh is a fundamental part of making a good first impression. So, make sure you prioritize your personal grooming. It shows that you respect yourself and care about the impression you leave on others. We also highlighted the pitfall of not listening. Active listening is a key component of effective communication. It shows your date that you value their thoughts and opinions, so when you're with a girl you like, focus on her words, not your next witty comeback. Lastly, we warned against the blunder of being overconfident. Confidence is attractive, but overconfidence can come off as arrogance. It's important to strike a balance. Show your potential partner that you're self-assured, but also humble and grounded. Throughout all of these points, a common theme emerges: the importance of being genuine, respectful, and attentive. Dating isn't about putting on a performance or trying to become someone you're not. It's about showing your authentic self and treating the other person with respect. By avoiding these common pitfalls, you're not only increasing your chances of making a good impression, but you're also setting the stage for a healthy and fulfilling relationship. You're showing your potential partner that you're considerate, mindful, and genuinely interested in getting to know them. And that's a recipe for success in the world of dating. Remember, there's no one-size-fits-all approach to dating, but avoiding these pitfalls will surely improve your chances. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content like this. Happy dating!